everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review for Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. So this book is a YA contemporary following Madeline, who is allergic to literally everything. She hasn't left her house in 17 years. The only two people who she has contact with are her mother and her nurse, Carla, until someone moves in next door. And of course, the room across from hers is occupied by the adorable and cute Ollie, who is her age, and they start talking, and the rest is history. The writing of this book was really cool. It's not only written in like blocks of text, but there's little extra things that are added in there. So there's chats between her and Ollie, there's emails, there's little schedules like lists and stuff like that, little diary entries. I think some of my favorite things were the little spoiler reviews that she did. So she'll take like Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. Spoiler alert, Algernon is a mouse. The mouse dies. Like, she does those little things throughout this book and has these little reviews that correspond to kind of what's going on in her life at the time, and I found that that was really cool. She did that with something else too. I can't remember right now, but yeah, there's little like drawings in this book, like little cool things like that, and I just felt like it was so cool, and it made this book not only really quick, but it made it really just an experience to read, and I really, really loved it. This is a very character-driven novel. I really loved Madeline. I felt like she was a very inspiring character because she's so positive despite the circumstances. I mean, she's been housebound and will be for the rest of her life. She's been in her house for 17 years. I would be going crazy, depressed, like I would be the most unhappy person, but Madeline has a really positive outlook on life, which I think really made this book kind of inspiring. It was interesting to see her interpretation of the world because she's been kept naive because she is housebound, so she sees the world and she thinks it's this beautiful thing that she wants to take part in but can't. So she wants to go outside, and it's kind of funny because nowadays we can go outside all the time, but we don't really want to because, I mean, books are inside, like you can bring a book outside, but like electronics are inside and all that. So we don't leave the house often, but her, like, she can't leave the house and that's all she wants to do. And I found that to be really interesting, and I found her turning to books to be interesting as well because they kind of acted as an escape for her. And I really found her to be kind of a Rapunzel character, and I think that worked really well. I really liked Ollie because he was a really kind of aloof character who he had this pessimistic view of the world in opposition to Madeline's view. He was kind of the polar opposite, but they ended up connecting despite that, and he kind of exposed her to the whole new world, and I felt like his aloofness worked really well in contrast to her because she is so sheltered. I think he was kind of the perfect character to kind of take her out of her bubble. The plot I have mixed feelings about. I really loved it at first until the end. I felt like the romance was interesting. The whole concept of her being allergic to everything was really unique and made it a really different contemporary, which is so hard to find. And like I said, the little things that were added to the book that really added it, like the bundt cake. I loved the bundt cake. But at the end, I don't know how I feel about the end. I either love it or I hate it, and I'm not sure which one. I felt like it may have been a little bit convenient, a little bit out there, like kind of a turn. I loved it in a way. I hated it in a way. I honestly don't know how I feel about it at all. I just am so mixed about the ending, and if you've read this book, please tell me how you feel because I honestly don't know. I think it is really worth reading, but you kind of have to decide for yourself how you feel about the ending because it has a very interesting ending. It takes a complete twist, and I did not see it coming at all, and I still don't know how I feel about it. So overall, I ended up giving this book, I think, a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5 stars. I honestly, that ending killed me. I still don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, it was a really enjoyable book for the rest of it, and I think it's definitely worth reading. I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know if you have read this book, your thoughts on it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!